Okay. Hey guys, it's your girl Journey here. Sorry not been on for a while. I've been busy. I've been gone. I've been in Canada. Sorry to not record anything. That was just a little something for just me and my family. So this is gonna be a 3-parter episode. So the first part is I'm doing a review of The Lion King, both of them. The Lion King 1994 version and the Lion King 2019 version. So I just got done seeing the 2019 version with one of my good friends. I'm not going to say her name. I'm just going to call her A. She's one of my fans. So I had really fun with her. And so I'm going to start with 1994 now. Oh, so I just mentioned the 2 parts. The third part is comparing both movies. That would be the third part. So I need to see the 2019 version again to get actual good notes. And I've seen Lion King 1994 to have enough notes here. Alright. So first things was I wanted to know what they did with Zazu. So, as we all know, Zazu, you know what? Actually, I'm going to give a brief overview for those who may have not seen Lion King 1994 for a while, because that was a long time ago, way before me, and probably way before some of my fans. It's back in Africa, set in a time where the king is a lion named Mufasa. He has a cub named Simba, and Zarabi is his mother, all that. So everything's peachy keen. We got the evil, jealous uncle, Scar, or Taka, as we know. As many of you may not know, Taka was Scar's original name. I'll do my backstory version on Scar, his rise of power, and Zira and their cubs. Got the jealous uncle, Scar, or Taka. I'm going to refer him to Scar for most of you, since most of you do not know that his original name was Taka. So Scar is jealous of his brother because Mufasa became king, and Simba was going to be king over him, and Scar really wants to become king. So Scar comes up with this evil plan with his buddies, the hyenas, with the hyena queen. I can never pronounce her name. Only when I see I can only pronounce her name. So do I write down her name? No, I did not. Sorry, I'm rambling here. Okay. So there was that. And then with her 2 minions, which there's more of them, as we know. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, and then it goes on. So it goes on. They plan. They scheme. Scar brings Simba down to the gorge where he has him doing all the stuff, hanging out, and says his father has a big surprise for him and all that. And then he's like, okay, wait here. He goes. Then the moment, he says, why don't you practice your little roar? And he's like, okay, I'll do that. So he roars and all that, and then he gets this really loud, echoing roar of a cub, like cubs normally do. And then he thinks he spooks the herd of whatever they are, those bison or whatever they are. And then they start running. Scar says, Mufasa, there's a stampede and all that. So then he goes down, Mufasa gets killed after Scar does his pounce thingy, and then kills him, and then scares Simba into running, sends the hyenas after him to try killing him. They don't end up killing him. And then he becomes king. Hyenas and lions unite due to the dismay of the lions, and who do not want that and all that. So years later, Simba is grown up and all that, and with Timon and Pumbaa, yada yada yada. We got all the rest. Anyways, sorry, I'm not gonna mumble anymore. So that's kind of the brief thing. He becomes king. Sorry if I'm very bad. I'm still new at reviewing movies. Alright, so my thoughts on that movie. So, I noticed a lot of things. So, like, so for the movie, when I watched it, because I watched this one last night, so I won't go over those. That was just that. So I noticed the first thing I noticed was, when Zazu when Simba and Nala are going over to the watering hole, and then when they're whispering, if you listen closely, I just noticed this last night, you can hear the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" when Zazu is telling them you guys are betrothed, you're gonna be married to each other when you're older. So you can hear it. It's very faint, but you can hear it. And so there was that. So I noticed that. I thought that was kind of cool. My favorite line so far in that is in the once after that, when they're plotting with Scar. My favorite line in that whole scene right there is, "I'm surrounded by idiots." Now I like that line. I find that really funny. Let's see here. And then song "Be Prepared." That one hits. I love that song. It's like I sing along with that song the whole time. It's one of those songs. The nod to Hitler's troops when they did the marching, I found that really interesting. What put that? I know the war was going on soon, I think, in that time period, I think. Or I think it just ended. Then there was a lot of controversy with this one thing. This is my note thing right here. Hang on. Next up, Scar slaps Zazu hitting him against the wall. I had some controversy with that. Why do that? Why not just send him back to get to the herd? Why not send him back? I'll get to that in the next video on what my thoughts were on that. The dust, I'm just briefly going over this with you guys. Next, dust spells SFX. I know there's a lot of controversy on if that really is what it said. Some people I've seen it says SEX, which I do not see that. I do not like that. I know I'm probably going to get demonetized, but I have noticed that it's not as bad anymore. Like, people have stopped saying it, but I have noticed, but I saw SFX, not the other one. I hope I don't get monetized with that. Another thing I wish they did, one thing I wished that they could do was, what did Rafiki see in the turtle shell? I want to know what he saw in that shell. Then the cloud formation I thought was really cool. The slow-mo fight scene I thought was epic. And then another thing I thought was really interesting was Zazu mouths "Your Majesty," but there was no sound. When at the end, after Simba defeats Scar, he says "Your Majesty." You can see it mouth. I at first didn't notice this, but then I saw a video, I think from the Things or something like that. Someone said that they saw that and there was no sound. I think originally there was no sound. They checked that out, and I thought this was, sorry, I dropped my pen. I thought this was really cheapo of using a tiger roar and using someone else, like, doing the mouth roaring as well into garbage, mixing that. I thought that was just really cheap. Why not just use a actual lion's roar? I mean, I know some lines of roar can be kind of weak, but there's still some good ones out there that you could use to use that roar with instead of a tiger and a man roaring into a garbage can. Like, that is really bad. Like, that's just cheap. And I think they did the same thing with this one too. Like, use the original roar. So, alright, overall thoughts. I thought the movie was really good. Animation was spectacular. It was beautiful and well done. I really liked the effort that they did to emphasize on the can you feel the love tonight? I really like that, how they did that, put that in the background, put that back there, kind of foreshadowing that they will get married, that they will fall in love. I really like that. The cloud, that was perfect, that was beautiful, and it was just what the movie needed. So yeah, it was just really cool what they did with some of this. And in the next part, after I will review the next movie, I'll review tomorrow's. So tomorrow I'll do the 2019 because I need to think. Well, actually, I need to get more parts. So the next part's not gonna be out for a while. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.